Hello, Linda here from Barlates Body Blitz. No kitties in the studio at the moment. They may come in or they may not. I have left the door open, but because of the brightness, I decided to put a curtain there. So who knows? Sometimes they slip through anyway. Sometimes they get spooked by the curtain because they can't see what's beyond. We will see. Today is an active chat, so come and move with me while I chat with you about a whole lot of things to do with mainly the Barlates channel. So we're going to do 40 seconds of work today, 10 seconds of rest in between, just really simple stuff. Side to side is going to be our first interval. So come with me now. And of course, if you want to, you can make this a little bit more challenging by adding some light hand weights, by adding some ankle weights. Do what you need to, but for me, it's just another way of getting some extra steps in while I chat with you beautiful people. So talking about steps, we may as well start right there. If you have been following me for a while, you will have noticed that probably for the last year or so now, I have been on a bit of a step rampage. In the last active chat, I told you guys about the walking pad that I recently purchased, and I've been using that underneath my desk, and I'm loving it, still loving it. We're just gonna do knees across for the next one. Using it every single day and finding that I'm getting so many extra steps in that I wouldn't have otherwise. Having said that, I don't think I mentioned it last time, but I realized I was using the wrong setting for my watch, not only for my walking pad, but also for these step workouts, because I somehow missed the memo that my Fitbit requires me to actually move in terms of distance if I have it on a walk setting. And of course, what we're doing right now, we're stepping side to side, which isn't really covering a lot of distance. So with my walking workouts, we're just gonna go side steps, side to side. With my walking workouts, they're probably harder than actually just walking, but because we're not actually going anywhere, my Fitbit was finding it difficult to gauge the correct number of steps simply because I had it in the wrong setting. So guess what? When I'm on my walking pad, I need to use the treadmill setting. Surprise, surprise. So I figured that out. And then I realized that my Fitbit, which may not be the same as your monitor, actually is quite sophisticated. It can figure out according to not just your distance, but also your movement in terms of when you're walking, you kind of bounce a little bit. So it can feel the bouncing. Let's go just one side, tap bounce. It can feel that bouncing motion, and it can pick up whether you're moving and how many steps you're approximately using to create that movement. So even though I am not really on a treadmill at the moment, for example, I still am using the treadmill setting because it's going to be a bit more accurate than if I was to put it on a walk setting, for example, or even a run setting, which will pick up some movements that we're traveling, for example. But right now, I'm not traveling at all. I'm standing on the spot. So that's why a lot of the time, my steps were really off. I would do people's workouts. They would say it's 5,000 steps. I'm like, I'm on 3,000 or I'm 2,500. How can they get it so wrong? Guess what? It's because I was on the wrong setting. So hopefully this information, this revelation, will help someone else out there to realize that you've been shortchanging yourself this entire time with your steps. Because I kind of thought I literally don't sit down. From the time I wake up till probably around dinner time, I mean, I'll sit for a few minutes when I feed the cats. I'll sit for a few minutes when I feed myself or when I eat lunch, for example. But literally that's the only time I sit down during the day until nighttime. And I was thinking, why am I doing so few steps? You know, other people are going for walks, going for runs, they're clocking up 20, 30K steps. I don't sit the whole day and I am not showing up, let's do butt kicks, hardly as many steps as these people. So since changing all of that and putting my watch on the correct settings, guess what? I'm upward of 30k steps every day just in day-to-day life. And if I do some extra exercise, like go out for an actual walk somewhere or a bike ride or any of that, then I can be a lot higher than that even. So yay me. I wasn't as kind of low in the steps as I thought. Having said all that, it really isn't a competition about how many steps. It is just a way to monitor that you are getting those steps in, and you are your only competition. So let's go push across. So if you are getting more steps in today than you did yesterday or last week or last month, that is the aim of the game. So the only reason I'm telling you is that use the right settings, you will get a truer indication of how many steps you're doing, because if you're anything like me, it can be a little bit disheartening when you put a lot of work in and then you don't get it reflected in your little step counter. So let's not be too obsessive with steps, but I just wanted to share that. Hopefully it helps someone. Next, I am going to talk about the calendars. So how did you go with the July calendar rotation? If you are new to my channel, number one, please subscribe and also comment and let me know where you are in the world and how you came across my workouts. I'd love to hear from you. Let's go 2 across and 2 across. Little bit of hip, never hurt anyone. So last month was the first month that I decided to do an entire month's calendar of Barlates workouts. And if you did not see that, it is on the home page of my channel. I believe it's the very first playlist. You will see my calendars from now on. And I have already added the August calendar. I have been keeping the workouts around about the 45-minute mark, and I'm trying to make them accessible to most fitness levels. So if you need to modify any of the workouts, maybe there's some, let's go forward, forward, back tap, forward, forward, back tap. Maybe there are some days that you find are a little bit too challenging for you and you want to switch your workout out. You definitely can do that. So this is just a framework for you people, because I know a lot of people have decision fatigue. So do I. And I know that there's a lot of content on my channel. So I'm trying to organize it for you guys a little bit more. So there is the August calendar for all of you beautiful people on my free YouTube. And I have created a members only August calendar. So talking about where to find all of these things, as I said, go to my homepage on my Barlates Body Blitz channel. Let's just do heels in front, maybe with a little bounce. And you will see in a row a whole lot of multiple playlists or categories. You will see things like my calendars, all my videos, my Linda Active videos. You will see weekly rotations with 57, I believe, weeks worth of only Barlates workout rotations. You will see members only categories. And this is the one where you will find the August calendar for members only, using only members content to create an entire month's worth of workouts for you. Let's go 2 and 2. So that's where you will find that calendar, and you will also see that in that members only category section there are a whole lot of playlists that will make your life easier. You can search by workout type, you can search by duration. There's a whole heap in there. And if you did not see it, members, and don't worry non-members, I'm going to get back to you guys in a second. If you did not see it, members, I put out a question to you all in the community section of my channel. It was just a post, not a video, asking what sort of playlist do you want to see to make searching easier in the member section, simply because I realized that YouTube has done us a dirty in that members section. We're going to do knee and tap, and for whatever reason they don't make it searchable just within the section. So you have to kind of sift through all of those hundreds of workouts to find what you're looking for. So please let me know. Go to my channel, go to the community tab, find the post where I say shout out to all Barlates members, what playlist you want, and voice yourself there because I will be creating more for you. I did recently add, not just to the member section, but also to the free section, new playlists with longer workouts and shorter workouts, okay? So going back to all of my subscribers, all of my free subscribers, and this also concerns you members because you're also free subscribers. We're going to the other side. I am trying to rejuggle the playlists for you all as well. I know not everyone uses the playlist, but once again, because I have so much content, especially if you're new to my channel, you might find it useful to know that I, for example, have a beginner intermediate workout playlist where you can find all my slightly easier content. I have also got an advanced playlist, which I have now updated because I realized it wasn't very updated. And that is going to have all of my more advanced workouts in it. So pipe up below in the comments, let me know what other playlists might be useful for you to help you navigate my channel. I am going to add a calendar that says, let's go 1, 2, 2 heels. That says start here. So for all of my newbies to Barlates, that calendar is going to be a full month of all my workouts using the more beginner intermediate ones to form a calendar to help you get used to my style so that you can then feel accomplished, get stronger, get fitter, get more stable, get more mobile, and all of those beautiful things, and then move on to my slightly more intermediate advanced content. So I want to look out for you all. I want to make it all more accessible because I realize that sometimes it can be a bit of a mess. And if you are like me, let's go side and back, just running man arms. I'm going diagonal back. So if you're anything like me and you do get a little bit of that fatigue from looking through content and then you get overwhelmed, I'm hoping that these little tweaks that I make to the playlist will help you. Playlists you can find under the playlist tab of my channel, and also as you go down the page on my home screen you will see various playlists in different categories. So please just spend a couple of minutes, go through my channel so you can see what's already there before you comment about which playlist you would like, because maybe I've already got it and you just didn't see it. All right, what else can I tell you about? Okay, so it's side and back tap, side and back tap. If you have not heard about my new email list, where have you been? You've been sleeping on it. So I have pinned it at the top of my Instagram account that you can get a free full-length workout, 30-minute total body sculpting workout if you sign up to my mailing list. And the reason I created the mailing list is because YouTube stopped sending you emails when I upload new content. So I have realized a lot of people are not keeping up to date with my content, and I want to make sure that you do not miss out. 1, 2, 3 and tap, 1, 2, 3 and tap. So in the description of this video at the very top it says grab a free workout. Click the link, put your email address in there, you will immediately get a free workout, and then you will be prompted to just reply to that email saying yes. So once you get your workout with the email in it, this is actually a little bit fast, people. I'm not going to keep the beat on this one. It feels like I'm going to be like running around if I try to keep this beat. But yeah, you will get another 5-minute booty workout as well if you reply yes. And the reason I say reply yes is simply because a lot of emails end up in spam, and by you replying, it just means that it shows your email provider that I'm okay. Let's stay on one side and just do knee pulls. So the other thing I want to mention is, I think some emails are still going into spam. So please help me out, guys. Add me either to your contacts, or if your email package has add to a safe sender list or something like that, please add my email address so that it doesn't kick my emails out. I know that I should really get a different type of email address, not a Gmail one. That was one that I got when I very first started the business, but whenever you change your email, it messes with things. So even though I feel like it's not the most professional to have a Gmail address, I feel like I don't want to mess with things. I don't know what's going to get affected, who's not going to be able to contact me, because I've had that email address literally for like 12 years, since 2012, 13 years. So I really don't want to change it at the moment. So you guys are going to have to help me out and add me to your contacts and put like a favorite next to me, because I'm your bestie instructor. Okay? Nah, just joking. All right, so I'm looking at my list because I've actually written a list because there's so many different things. Yeah, I've actually told you about all of the different things that I was going to tell you about, apart from one thing, which is a little bit of a pep talk, okay? So anyone who does not want a pep talk, you may tune out right now. We're gonna touch our heels from behind like this. You can tune out and you can get on with your merry old day, and hopefully it wasn't information overload. But if you want a pep talk, this is my pep talk for myself this past month, and hopefully it will also help you. So, I kind of took inventory of where I was at with my workouts, with my lifestyle, health-wise, all of those things. And the last 5 years have been very turbulent for me because I did go through long-term illness. If you don't know about that, look up my video that talks about topical steroid withdrawal. I'm just gonna go like this. This song is so hectic. I hope it ends soon and gives me a bit of a reprieve. Anyway, so I went through long-term sickness, 2 years of pretty much being a hermit and slowing my exercise right down to absolute minimum, in some cases just like 20-30 minutes of mat work, complete opposite of what I was doing before. Before I got sick, I was literally doing 2 hours of exercise, full on, like functional training, advanced, like my endurance series workouts, that sort of training, 2 hours, 6 days a week. Plus I used to do swing dancing or Lindy hop 3 days a week. So I would do like 5-6 hours worth of that. Let's go in front now with heels. Every single week, I was doing a lot of exercise. I was definitely, I would say, in the best shape of my life back then. I was super strong, I was lean, my heart cardio was excellent. So even though, yes, as we get older, we shouldn't sit there and compare ourselves to previous versions of ourselves, I do believe that to a point. But I recently heard on a podcast that a lot of people just tend to slow down as they get older. Maybe it's because we become more comfortable. Maybe it's because we're less people pleasers, so we don't go out as much maybe as we used to. There's many reasons. Let's just slow things down a bit and just do side knee angled pulls for our muffin top area. So there may be many reasons that you slow down a bit as you move into your 40s compared to your active lifestyle when you were in your 20s and 30s, going out all the time, maybe traveling more, all of those things, right? So there's usually reasons, valid reasons for it, but it happens gradually and we don't realize it's happening. For me, it didn't happen gradually. It went from full-on activity to a very rapid stop in a very short period of time, in probably about a month. It went from that to that. And of course, I am not saying that I should have pushed myself or anything like that during that period. I needed time to heal. But my mindset shifted a lot. And to be fair, in a good way, it shifted by helping me prioritize health, helping me prioritize keeping my cortisol lower, and just moving for appreciation of what my body can do, all of those beautiful things, which I think is an amazing mindset to have. But it can actually be both. And what I have realized is, because of my sedentary lifestyle for those years, I became so used to that I was almost scared to really push myself. I was like, I don't think I should be, let's go side and side. I don't think I should be pushing myself because my cortisol is going to spike and it's, it might flare my skin. My issues were to do with my skin. So all of those reasons were valid. And now that I still am not fully healed, my skin is still sensitive, but I can do workouts where I actually sweat, which before, sweat used to be a big issue. It used to make me so itchy. So now I can actually sweat and I can do more strenuous exercise than I did before, and I'm fine. Also, there's more than one way to measure whether your cortisol levels are high or low or medium, or whether your system is stressed. And so after taking inventory, let's just tap back and in. Try and hinge forward, flat back, tummies in. So after taking some inventory, looking at things like my resting heart rate, looking at my blood sugar, is it spiking after exercise, which actually shows you whether you are stressing yourself, looking at my sleep scores, all of those things, I realized that, hey, you're actually going a bit easy on yourself, Linda. You're actually fine to do a little bit more. Stop telling yourself that you can't do the things you used to do simply because your mindset has changed, but your body is actually capable of doing a lot more. So, hence, today's quote that I posted on my community tab. I know I've gone back to knees. Sorry for doing the same exercise twice, but I never said it wasn't no repeat. The quote today was, "You are stronger than you think." And even though it is good to make sure you're kind to yourself, to do modifications if you need to, all of those things that I always advocate and have advocated so much, especially during my active chats, it is good to do that. I also want you to consider that it's your psychology or your mindset that is holding you back from doing a lot of things that you are actually capable of doing. So let's just do knee pulls in front. These are quick. So basically the reason I'm telling you this is I have decided just to up my workouts a bit, right? To not say to myself, oh, these ones are better for me, these easier ones are better for me. So I'm talking about my own personal workouts that I do each morning. I was doing a lot of just standing Pilates, easy going kind of dumbbell strength workouts, nothing bad, lots of walking workouts, nothing bad, right? All good. But they weren't really challenging at all for me. And so I realized I really need to start doing things that challenge me, doubles because I enjoy it, right? Because I actually enjoy the challenge and I enjoy seeing progression in what I do. So as I always say, you don't get change without change. You have to keep progressing in some way, whether it be intensity, whether it be duration, whatever it is, you need to be progressing and changing things in order to keep getting results. So that is basically what I wanted to share with you in the hope of breaking some of you out of mindsets that have told you that you can't do what you used to do and it's fine just to stay Let's go 2 steps diagonal back this way and this way. And that it's okay just to do the easier workouts. You're getting older. You can't do what you used to. Your knees aren't as strong, your hips aren't as strong, blah, 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 blah. Whatever you have been telling yourself, there are other ways of challenging yourself than the ways you used to, okay? Maybe you work on mobility. Maybe you work on balance. Maybe you work on strength, and there is no excuse to not get stronger. There are literally grannies. There are really old seniors who start lifting weights when they are in their 60s, in their 70s, that are super strong. So we can all progress from where we're at. So I challenge you for the month of August, what are you going to hit? What goal are you going to create from all of the different things I just talked about, different areas that you can grow in, that you can progress in? Where are you going to challenge yourself? I am challenging myself in increasing not only the intensity of the workouts I'm doing, but also the duration. I don't want to work out for 2 hours like I used to, definitely not. I don't have enough time to do that anymore. But I want to work smarter, not harder, and still feel like I'm progressing and still feel like I'm getting stronger and that I'm working towards goals. So yes, it is a fact that most people slow down as they get older, but I have decided I'm not going to be one of them. And if you're with me on this, let's do it together. Let us, Barlates community, get stronger and better as we get older. Okay, so let me know your goals in the comments below. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back with another one really soon. Bye for now.